Shiny Pokemon are pretty great, and they've been a part of the franchise since Generation 2. Back then though, there was only a 1 in 8,192 chance of encountering one of these beauties, and it was all determined by IVs. Thankfully, in my opinion at least, the shiny Pokemon are a lot easier to encounter, what with Dex Nav introduced a few years back and just recently in Sun and Moon having the ability to SOS chain these Pokemon, and with the shiny charm being able to bring that rate down to 6 in 4,096. This introduction led to me capturing my very first shiny ever in a shiny Caterpie. It might not sound much, but it was amazing for me to finally find my first shiny Pokemon. This of course led to a slight obsession with finding shinies in Pokemon Sun for a good couple of months. And also this then led to a question. I asked myself, which shinies are my favourite in Sun and Moon? Well, let's find out in this week's top 5. To start off this week's list, we have our only Alola form to make it on, that being Marowak. Marowak, had it not been for its Alola form being introduced, would have never made it onto a top shiny list of mine at all. Its previous ugly green shiny in its Kanto form that it has is just awful in my opinion, and despite my love for the Pokemon itself and its incredible sad backstory, I just couldn't bring myself to shiny hunt for it ever before now. However, with the introduction of Alola Marowak, that all changed. With its awesome new purple body in its shiny form, and its newly acquired fire typing giving it that new bone with the fire at both ends turning blue in its shiny form, it was just too irresistible for me not to hunt, even if its pre-evolution is still a little bit bad. Next up is the ridiculously fluffy yet terrifying Pokemon Bewear. Bewear is a Pokemon I actually really didn't like in the lead up to Sun and Moon's release. For some reason its design just didn't click with me, but during my playthrough, as everyone did, I arrived at the route where you needed to round up all the Stuffles, and my god, that cry is just heart melting. You'd have to have a heart of stone not to find it adorable, so I decided to pick one up for myself and use it on my team. Post game, however, once my shiny hunting bug had really settled in, I looked at what Bewear's shiny might be. I was sold. This thing was cute enough already, but now it had an awesome shade of orange. I had to find one, it was my second favourite colour. And after only 39 SOS calls, I had my little orange bear, which I then named after one of my childhood favourite books, Rupert the Bear. And number 3 is a Pokemon I just had to mention, and yes, I know it might be a little bit biased, but hey, it's my list. It's Marini. Now obviously I don't need to go into why I like this Pokemon itself, or in fact it's shiny, I mean come on, but I will mention the method in which I caught this awesome shiny. Of course, as everyone knows, it is a massive pain to encounter Marini in the first place, let alone keep a chain going without them attacking the Corsola and ending it for you. Anyway, as you can imagine, SOS encounters didn't really work out for me, so in the end I used the Masuda method of hatching eggs to obtain a shiny. And when I did, I was shocked to find 2 within 6 eggs of each other. It was amazing, and I can't believe I still have 2 shiny Marinis in my PC. Just out of the top spot this time is Toucannon. Now this is a Pokemon I had 0 issues with when it was announced, and its shiny is just almost perfect. The only thing I might be persuaded to change about it is the small patch of yellow on its belly, but honestly, it's just such a minor detail I can completely overlook it because of how awesome this Pokemon is. From its pink to purple beak to its blue feet and that little accent on its tail, it just fits perfectly in my opinion. This one is another Pokemon I targeted earlier in my Sun and Moon shiny hunting spree. However, for whatever reason, it was impossible for me to find a shiny picky pack. I completed chain after chain after chain after chain, until finally I got one on kind of a chain of 313. I know. I had to have one. And finally, our number 1 spot goes to Palosan. This might be a bit of a surprise to you, given where even my own mascot placed on this list. But honestly, just look at its shiny. I don't know if I'm alone in thinking this, but for me, the good majority of black shinies are amazing. I genuinely can't think of one right now that I don't like. Palosan's also makes a lot of sense, what with it being an Alola native, and Alola being based on Hawaii. As in, Hawaii is really common to come across some black sand on some of the beaches, thanks to the volcanoes nearby. Not only this, but as always, the anime has had some impact on my liking of this Pokemon in general, having just watched its first appearance in the Sun and Moon Moon anime series this past weekend. Its design and character is still really fresh in my mind, and of course I managed to grab a shiny of it too in the game. Not only this, but as a final thought, Palo-san to me represents all the fun and good times I've had over my lifetime at some of the local beaches in the UK. So with that being said, it just holds all of the sentimental value, the awesome design, the thoughtfulness in the colour for it to just make it number one for me on this list. There we have it, those were some of my personal favourite shiny Pokemon from Sun and Moon, but honestly I'd love to hear about some of yours too down in the comments. Whether it's because of their colour scheme, maybe you had a long hunt for one, or maybe they hold sentimental value, whatever it may be. If you enjoyed this video, of course a like would be super appreciated. The more you guys like and share these videos, the more chance it has to reach a wider audience and bring in some new members to our little community. I love to push forward to 2,500 and beyond, so any interactions and shares you guys make would really help us grow. If you're new to the channel, want to check out a few of my other videos and consider joining the community yourself. That's all for now. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time.